Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Neo. In today's video, I am working on a new client. We are just getting started with a little bit of prep. I have sprayed her fingers down with some Young Nails Swipe. You can use alcohol in this case. It helps to soften the cuticles and to just disinfect a little bit more. I pushed her cuticles back with a rubber cuticle pusher. I enjoy these just because they're disposable and just a little bit more gentle than using a metal one. Some clients, their cuticle areas are a little bit tough and or sensitive, so I find like this one's a great option for me. The link for that will be down below. After that, I'm going in with a diamond skiver bit and I am just cleaning up any dead skin that might be on her nail plate. So this client actually doesn't get her nails done very often, so her nails are in beautiful shape. So I'm going in with this sanding band. It's a fine sanding band and I've had my E-file on a very low speed. I'm just using it to, as you can see, remove a fine layer of dust. I'm just removing the shine and any leftover skin that might be around that cuticle area of her nail. You don't want to go very heavy-handed. As you can see, I'm using very light pressure and the speed is very low. I am not filing down a significant amount. We're just roughing up the nail just a slight bit so that we have better adhesion of the products that we're going to add later. After that, I am just going to get her ready with some new tips. We are using some clear coffin tips. They have a slight curve, but we're cutting them down enough so that we're not going to have much of a curve. I'm just making sure that the tips fit sidewall to sidewall and that we have good adhesion with the glue. After applying, I'm just going in and snipping down the tips. She's a new client, so I don't really know her style just yet, but she prefers a very short nail. So as you can see, I'm like, even shorter than that? And she's like, yeah. So I'm like, all right, here we go. Even shorter than that. So every client's different. She wanted her nails to be very short. Let's do it. You know, I can rock out with some short nails. I actually have a video on my channel with a client who has extremely short nails. When I say short, we added a tip and then I basically cut the entire tip off, and I got a lot of positive feedback from that set from her and other clients, because they were just kind of like, you know, sometimes you go places and the people say, I don't do short nails, and it's important to accommodate different types of clients. So, you know, check out that video. I will link it in the cards for you, but it's something that I try to be aware of. If someone wants a shorter nail, I'm just going to be totally okay with it. You know, you have to serve the extendo girls and the super short girls just the same. And guys, you know. So I'm going in now with a file and we're just going to shape the tips a tiny bit. We don't want them to be so wide on her nail bed. She has more of a narrow nail bed, and I'm shortening the tip just a little bit more for her. Here I am now taking that same sanding band with the same speed and the same light pressure, and I'm just blending the tip. As you can see, I'm mostly focusing the band on the edge of that tip where that smile line is. We want a smooth transition from the natural nail to the extension, and it's just going to help with application. It's not a huge deal for me because I do go in with a bead of clear acrylic just to, you know, smooth out the nail and protect the natural nail. But if you are someone who doesn't do this, then blending the nail is very important to avoid that weird smile line you get from acrylic sometimes. And as you know, I like to go in with my regular prep system. This is the same thing that I use in pretty much every video, unless I'm doing a polygel set. Speaking of polygel, my right hand has a set of polygel nails using Macart and Candy Lover extension with encapsulated iridescent flames. It's a really cool matte set that I'm loving right now. So I will link the video for that in the cards. And on my left hand, that's a recent video that I've just dropped for you. It is an Easter inspired speckled egg ombre pastel set with some French acrylic cutting in there. So check that out. That'll be in the cards for you to check out as well. But after prepping her nails, we're just gonna go in like we normally do with the Young Nails Pore Clear. I am adding that small bead of acrylic like I normally talk about. And this is just a quick 1-2 just to protect the natural nail, to get a good adhesion of products that we can build on, and to smooth out that transition from the nail bed to the tip so that we have a nice smooth foundation. Now we are getting into the actual design. So she came and didn't actually know what she wanted. She's, you know, more of a simple type of girl and wanted short, simple pink nails with a little bit of marble. She actually chose this from an Instagram account, and I was like, all right, let's do it. So I'm going in with the Sugar and Cream acrylic. It is called Guava, and it is a sheer soft pink, but it has these really iridescent silver shimmer in it. It's really, really soft and pretty. Towards the end of the video, you're actually gonna be able to see through the nail, which is why I used a clear tip instead of a natural tip. I do really love that it's a sheer color, and I am just focusing on giving a good application and making sure I have coverage everywhere where needed. As you can see on the left side of the nail, there's a tiny bit of that tip that isn't covered, so I'm just going to go back in with a second bead and make sure we get a good structure and coverage of the product on this nail. I'm going to do the same thing for 2 other nails. So we're going to have 3 nails that are fully covered with this sheer pink color. Then I'm going to do some pink, not pink and white and clear marble using clear acrylic and iGel Beauty's baby powder. It's a favorite of mine in terms of like a white, stark white acrylic powder. And then we're going to add some gold foil. You can see I've got my gold foil and on the table. Anytime you see glitter or anything on the table, you know we're doing something fun. So we're going to be adding some gold foil a little bit later. But for now, the first 3 fingers, her pinky, her middle finger, and her thumb are just going to get a solid coat of this soft sheer acrylic color. So to accomplish this marble, I am going in with mostly clear and a very tiny bead of white acrylic. This is baby powder by iGel Beauty, and then I'm just going to be swirling it across the length of the nail, horizontally, diagonally, kind of like that. I want it to be mostly clear, so I'm not adding the white first. I'm adding a big wet bead of clear and then a tiny bead of white. And then I'm just gonna add white where needed. So you saw in that corner, I liked to add wisps of the color around so that we don't look like the nail has grown out or anything like that. So that's basically what I'm doing. And while the acrylic is still wet, I'm just going to pick up pieces of that gold foil on the table and just kind of mash it into the acrylic so that we get a little bit of white and a little bit of gold on that clear nail. On her pointer finger, we're doing pretty much the same thing, but I'm only doing it halfway down the nail, moving towards her free edge. So we're doing the clear and white marble with the gold foil, but I'm going to ombre that pink over the marble that we're doing now. So it's kind of like a pink to white, but it is marbled at the same time. So I'm gonna add that gold foil. We're gonna use a pink acrylic on the cuticle, and then we're just gonna marble over it. And then I'm gonna clear cap these two nails, the pointer finger and the ring finger. So now that we've completed the ombre, I am just going to take a bead of clear acrylic and just kind of build up the rest of the structure of that nail. Because the marble was just so thin and watery, we want to make sure that we protect it with a bead of clear acrylic. So I am just using that to encapsulate that marble piece towards the free edge of the nail, and then make sure that we maintain the beautiful shape that she has to her nails already. Now I'm going in with my narrow. This is a fine carbide bit. It is a narrow, it's a non-safety, so you must be careful. I'm using it at a medium to high speed, and I'm just smoothing out the surface of the nail. Sometimes you'll see me place the bit on the side walls. That's just me helping to thin out the product that might be sitting there. Then I'm gonna go around the cuticle area from left to right just to clean it up, just in case I got any product on the skin. We don't want it to cause lifting a little bit later. But for the most part, we're just smoothing out the surface of the nail and cleaning that cuticle and sidewall area. Now I'm going in with my hand file. We're just refining the shape after smoothing out the nail with the E-file and just making sure that it's the shape that she liked. At this point, she actually told me that she wanted them to be a little bit shorter. So I'm gonna go in on all of the nails and really file down in this up and down manner to kind of shorten the length of the nail for her as well. I like to do this. I am taking another spray of the Young Nail Swipe just to clean her fingernails, get rid of any dust and debris, and we're going to get ready to finish this set off. I like using this manicure brush. It helps. The bristles kind of get, you know, in and around the sides of the nails, and then we have a nice clean surface to work on. So the last thing that we're doing here is we're just going to add a glossy top coat to all of the nails. On the nails with the marble, I'm going to be adding it to the top and bottom of that free edge area just so that we get a really beautiful glass effect on that tip. And then I'm going to have her cure for a full minute, and then this set is basically done. Here is what the set ended up looking like. It is beautiful and soft and sheer and just pretty, and her nails look really, really nice. I was really glad to have worked with her. Thank you for watching this video. Like if you like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.